was a milestone in Compton this morning, groundbreaking for a new Compton high school. Among those there was Dr. Dre, who also donated millions of dollars for the new campus.
I know that whatever adversity I might be experiencing, having been raised in the city, doesn't just allow me to endure, it pushes me forward in life. My hope is that having the backbone of Compton coupled with access to a first-class education inclusive of the arts and a beautiful brand new environment helps to push you forward in life.
Yeah, this is a big deal. The old Compton High stood for more than a century. The new campus will also have a performing arts center that will seat 1,200 people. Well, construction of the new school is expected to be completed by 2024.
What up, y'all? It's Coffee. Back with the news, some hip-hop news. You heard the clip. You heard Dr. Dre speaking. Donated $10 million. At first, it was seeming, I thought, just to build this performing arts center at the high school, but it seems that it's like the whole school is just totally being renovated. Apparently, the school is over 125 years old. I don't know, I think that's pretty dope that Dre did that. He says that when he was approached, he was all in. And, you know, I wonder if that would inspire more artists, you know, not just rappers, artists, celebrities, whoever, you know, to donate back to their hometown through the educational system. Or maybe if not just schools, in some other way, you know, in some other form, something that helps the youth growing up to advance their lives. Like, comment, y'all, do you believe, do you believe that this will help the youth a lot? I think performing arts department and stuff like that is could be huge, could be very pivotal in one's life, right? Because I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I remember at one point in time, a school district that I lived in, not for myself, like where I live with my family, with my kids. One school did have a performing arts center, but it was like so hard for anyone to get on the list. You know what I'm saying? They did like a lottery where you go and register and they pick a certain amount of people and everyone wants to go to that school, more or less, it seems like. And, you know, like 90% of the students end up disappointed. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is pretty dope. Something else that I think, comment, guys, where you live. I'm just curious to know, like, the local schools in your area, if they offer a performing arts program or something like that. But another thing that I think a lot of schools, it seems, don't seem to have anymore that they used to is like traits that they teach in high school, where students can, if that's like what they want to do later on in their life, like electrician, plumber, welding, mechanic, different things like that. Like, you know, they want to do some kind of vocational college or something like that, that they can get a jump on it during high school, you know, getting hands-on, learning how to do that kind of stuff. And also at the same time, I believe earning some college credits, if I'm not mistaken. And then, you know, they're ahead of the game when they graduate high school already. You know what I mean? Like, comment if they offer that kind of stuff where you live. I'm just curious to know, you know what I mean? As always, I say it every time for those who always tune into me, so apologies if I always sound like a broken record. I always am just saying certain things just in case, you know, some new viewers come to the video who never been to the channel before. Like, that's what it's all about over here, kicking it with you guys, hearing what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So tap in, let's talk. That's what it's all about. But yeah, I thought this was pretty dope to hear that Dr. Dre did this. It's cool. What was it, y'all? Right going into, was it going into 2021 when we heard of Dr. Dre's brain aneurysm and then all the drama with his house being robbed, the divorce, all that ish going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it almost seemed like, man, Dre's down and out, you know, but look at where we are sometime later. Tore it up at the Super Bowl, worked on some new music projects. I believe there's some new stuff coming. I'm still wondering if there's going to be an actual album. I know he had the EP that came out with the Grand Theft Auto update, but I'm hoping to still hear a new Dr. Dre project, you know. But comment with your thoughts on all this, guys. Let's talk. Now, moving along, y'all, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Kendrick Lamar's new album, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Now, I only listened to about half of the album at this point. I know some people are going to be like, Coffee, come on, step your game up. Get up on that ish. What are you doing? How you going to tap in and make these videos? You gotta work faster. No, I'm just playing. I don't know. Maybe some people may feel that way, but I listened to about half the album, and right away, before I even get into what's being discussed here by the critics and the journalists, you know, tapping in on this, you know, music and everything like that, man, like there's something just, it's been so long since a Kendrick album dropped, but there's something like so moving about that music. Like right away, it just has a different sound to it right away from track one. Like, do y'all know what I'm saying? Comment if you feel what I'm saying. Like, Kendrick just, to me, always seems to just be in his own lane. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, his sound is always just so different, in my opinion. Like, it's always like when I hear some new Kendrick-ish, I'm almost like, damn, I swear I never heard nothing like this before. But what I wanted to talk to you, comment though, and let me know if you feel that way as well. And your thoughts on the album as a whole, overall, what tracks you were flocking with, all that. Let's discuss it all. But what I wanted to talk to y'all specifically about the album is this track, Anti-Diaries. And, you know, the critics and music journalists and all that are praising, you know, Kendrick's work and speaking about this song. Particularly, they're calling it a powerful statement on transphobia and about having a family member that's transitioned, you know, because in the song, you know, it says, my auntie is a man now and everything. And I don't know, you know, it talks. They also are speaking about, too, how, if y'all remember at the show when Kendrick had the fan on stage, the white girl, and, you know, he gave her the mic and she said the N-word, and he, like, when she was reciting the song, and he stopped her and was saying, like, yo, you got to bleep that out. And, you know, there was like a big discussion, you know what I'm saying, in YouTube videos, on social media and everything. Y'all remember that, right? It was heavily in the news, and that by the lyrics in the song, they feel that Kendrick may feel different than he did at that time. I don't know, but comment if y'all listen to this song, what your guys' thoughts on it were. I'm gonna read some of the lyrics. I don't know, but they're just like praising Kendrick and saying that he's open to sharing with the people, like the world, his true feelings. It kind of is what I'm taking from what these critics are saying, you know, like that Kendrick can be open and honest with the world. Because, you know, sometimes based on different narratives and things in society or conversations on social media or whatever, you know, like the temperature with the public, the climate, basically, that sometimes people may be afraid to have certain conversations or share their true feelings or things of that nature because, you know, oh, well, the public opinion is this. So if I share that like this, like people might look at me funny, or people may be angry with me that Kendrick is open and doesn't necessarily give a fuck, you know, that he's open as an artist. And, you know, again, I'm going to read some of the lyrics here. I always feel stupid as hell when I do this because, you know, obviously the lyrics are meant to be recited. But here it goes, right? Yeah, obviously, again, I feel goofy as hell. I'm probably going to sound real off key and all that because I'm just reading them. I ain't going to recite them or even try to flow like that, right? But, you know, the song says, my auntie is a man now. I think I'm old enough to understand now. I watch him and his girl hold their hands down. Tip of the avenues under street lights made his thinking. I want me a bad bitch when I get big. My auntie is a man now. I asked my mama why my uncles don't like him that much. And at the parties, why they always want to fight him that much. But and then in the verse 2, he opens it by saying, back when it was comedic relief to say the F word, obviously, you know, F-A, y'all know what it is, right? And, you know, he says it like 4 times in a row. He says, we ain't no better. elementary kids with no filter, however. So, and then what I was talking about with the thing about the white girl, and then the lyrics about the girl on stage and, you know, her saying the N-word and all that. They've highlighted these lyrics where he says, and again, they're interpreting this as he may feel different about it now than he did then. Y'all let me know what you guys think. It says, mistakenly, I didn't think you'd know any different. See, I was taught words was nothing more than a sound. If everything was pronounced without any intentions, the very second you challenged the ish I was kicking reminded me about a show I did out the city. That time I brung a fan on stage to rap, but disapproved the word that she couldn't say with me. You said, Kendrick, ain't no room for contradiction to truly understand love. Switch position. And then he says the F word again 3 times and says, we can say it together, but only if you let a white girl say the N word. So what do y'all make of that? Like, again, I only read a little bit of these lyrics. I skipped around. But the critics are just seeing this as a very powerful piece of art right here by Kendrick Lamar, and talking about having a family member transition and all that. Like, what do you guys make of this song? Do you think Kendrick is brave and, you know, very intelligent, brave for being open and honest, though, speaking on a subject matter as this, right? Like, do you feel like a lot of artists would stray away from this subject matter, that it could be considered controversial? Comment, let me know your thoughts. And what did you guys make of that part where he was talking about with the fan on stage? Like, is he basically saying he shouldn't say the F word and that girl shouldn't say that word as well? I'm curious to know your guys' interpretation of this song and of that statement. You know, let's talk about it all below. Like, what did everyone get from that song? What was your thoughts on it? If you didn't listen to the song, you know, I urge y'all to go check it out. Tap back in, you know, with your thoughts and opinion on that track. The last thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is this list that was put out by American Songwriter, right? And it's like, they say it's 10 songs you didn't know Jay-Z wrote for other artists. But it's kind of odd to me, because if it's like most of these songs are Hove, like, I'm like, oh, okay, Jay-Z, like, we know he's ghostwritten for artists before. Cool. Like, I want to see who else he's ghostwritten for, right? But most of these songs seems to be songs that Jay-Z's featured on. And then I'm like, oh, okay, well, did Hove write their part too? Because we know, like, a lot of artists are very powerful with that pen, you know, where they may do a collab with someone and write their lyrics as well. But like on the song, it seems like a lot of the artists are credited as songwriters too. So I'm a little confused by this list. Y'all let me know what you think. But first song is him and Biggie, which I'm like, okay, we know for a fact Hove did not write Big's lyrics, right? It's what song is it? Oh, Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, it's Young G's, Sean Diddy Combs featuring Jay-Z and Biggie Smalls. So obviously Biggie did his part. I guess maybe Jay Ghost wrote what's his name, Puffy's part as well. But then credited as songwriters is Jay-Z, Sean Combs. So Diddy is on there as a writer on the song, and Christopher Wallace, who is obviously Notorious B.I.G., and Burton Smith. There was another song on here, I believe. Hold on one second, y'all. Apologies. Okay, then the next song is Heartbreaker, which is Mariah Carey featuring Jay-Z. So I'm like, oh, okay, did she write Mariah's lyrics as well? You know what I'm saying? And no, right? I don't believe so, because it's written by Jay-Z, Mariah Carey, Jeffrey Cohen, Lincoln Chase, Narada Walden, and Shirley Elliston. So Mariah's on there as a songwriter. So I'm like, okay, I'm not understanding that. Now, Still D.R.E. This is something I did know of. You know, that Jay-Z wrote Dre's verse, fire verse on there. Definitely, you know, showed his penmanship on that one. Missy, back in the day, back in the day, Missy Elliott. So apparently, you know, he ghost wrote for Missy. I didn't know that. But Missy is also credited on there as a songwriter as well. But I don't know, man. It's like sometimes people end up in the credits. I wonder if they even really wrote much, you know, because it's like, all right, if he's on there as a songwriter, we're guessing he wrote verses. But like, so what did Missy write? Or did they collab on him? I don't know. Comment, let me know what y'all think. Next is Enough Crying, Mary J. Blige. So he wrote a song for Mary J, it seems. Pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not a rap song. She's singing on that joint. Y'all remember too, on the Touch It remix, Mary J. Blige's verse, she like sung in one part, and then when she rapped, she was going by like Brooklyn, I think. I heard she was supposed to release an album under that persona. I don't know if she ever did though. Comment if y'all remember that. Then Umbrella, Rihanna, written by Jay-Z, Christopher Stewart, Tyrius Nash, and Cuck Harrell. Suit and Tie, a Timberlake song. So we're like, okay, did he write Justin's lyrics as well? Well, Jay-Z's credited on there, and Justin Timberlake is Timbaland, J-Rock, Harmon, James Fauntleroy, John Wilson, Charles Still, Terry Stubbs, and Rashid. So it's like, did he write part, or is it just him and Justin collabed on the song? You know what I mean? Like, y'all feel what I'm saying? When I seen this list, I'm like, oh, okay, we're about to see all the people Hove Ghost wrote for. I guess not. And yo, what do y'all think too? Is there ghostwriters out there, I'm sure, right, that get hired, write lyrics, and then let someone else take the credit for them? I'm sure that indeed does happen. Y'all remember that rapper Skills from Virginia? He had that song Ghostwriter. For the right amount of money, I might be able to make yo ish a lot tighter. And he would blank out all the artists, but then that he would mention he ghost wrote for. But then I guess I heard when he would perform it live, he would really say the artist, right? Drake, Pop Style. Drake featuring Kanye West. Credited writers, Jay-Z, Drake, Kanye, Adam Feeney, Matthew Samuels, 40, OVO 40, and Rupert Thomas Jr. So it's like Drake and Kanye are credited on there, but Hove did some writing as well. Slide by H.E.R. featuring YG, written by Jay-Z, H.E.R., a bunch of people on here. Jermaine Dupri's even on there. Is YG on there? Who else on here on this list? I think that's it. So yeah, it's like, it doesn't really seem like that's the list of like all the people Jay-Z. I mean, again, there was a few different artists on there that it seems he did write their ish, but I don't know, man. Comment y'all with your thoughts on that. Should I have even included that part in the video on the end? The Jay-Z ish, or was that whack and not worth discussing? But comment, man. Let's talk about it. What do y'all think about, Dre, 10 milli on the school? Do you think that could inspire other artists out there again to build schools in their hometown? And let's talk about all that programs we were talking about with the performing arts and the vocational training, the trades and all that. And what do you guys think about that whole discussion about that Kendrick song, Anti-Diaries, about having a family member transition? What's your thoughts on the song? And again, y'all, Coffee never claims to be an expert on these different topics. You know what I mean? The basis of this channel is hearing what y'all got to say. You know what I mean? And talking it up in the comment threads. That's how we do. So thanks for watching. I'm signing out. I'm going to be back with a lot more content. Thanks, guys, for tuning into the live streams. Shout out Jay Millie. That was a dope stream you had last night, my G. It was cool to chop it with you. I'm out of here, y'all. It's Coffee. Be safe. Have a great day. I'm gone, y'all. Peace.